YouTube video, wherever you are, whatever you may be doing. Thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family part of your day. We always greatly appreciate if you jump on here live here on this Tuesday evening. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Make sure to give the video a like, a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so and share the video on all social media platforms. Tonight we're going to talk about some transfer portal wide receivers. Now, just like the running back list, which I did a couple of days ago, I did the top 20 running backs, but there were way more than that. But in this day and time, the game of football has changed so much that wide receivers are now more important than running backs. So I'm doing 25 wide receivers, but there was way more than that. Good evening, Caveron. Thanks for checking in, as always. So let's talk about the what I call the top 25 wide receivers that are transferring. And of course, you know, by this time in the calendar year, almost all of them have already decided where they're going to go. Now, there's way more than 25 wide receivers, but I feel like these are the 25 that are going to make an impact on their new school. The best wide receiver that transferred was Cam Coleman, who was at Auburn, who was actually a really good football player, but Auburn's been so bad he hasn't really gotten the recognition he deserves. But he's a really good wide receiver. He is transferring to Texas. Isaiah Horton is transferring from Alabama to Texas A&M. Omarion Miller is leaving Colorado to go to Arizona State. Reed Harris left Boston College to go to Arizona State. J.J. Buchanan, Utah, to Michigan. DeAndre Moore Jr. left Texas to go to Colorado. Daryl Gill Jr. was at Syracuse. His new home was Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. Isaiah Canyon was at Georgia Tech. He's going right up the road to Georgia. Eric Singleton was at Auburn. He has transferred to Florida. Nick Marsh goes from Michigan State. Stays inside the same conference. He's going to Indiana. Terrell Anderson leaves Raleigh, North Carolina, home of the Wolfpack, to go to USC. Quincy Porter leaves Ohio State to go to Notre Dame. Eugene Wilson III was at Florida. He has transferred to LSU. Quayshawn Brown leaves Duke to go to Blacksburg, Virginia, and play for James Franklin with the Virginia Tech Hokies. Trey Richardson leaves Nashville to go to Kentucky to play for Louisville. Chase Hendricks goes from Ohio to California. Wyatt Young goes from North Texas to Oklahoma State. Hey there, Kevin. Glad to have you here. Kevin, I think it's your first time here on the channel. If it is, for whatever reason, made you stop by the channel tonight, thank you very much. Feel free to give the video a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. And tell your friends, tell your family all about the channel. It's nice of you to check in. Have not seen your name in the comment section in probably about 2 weeks now, so glad to have you back. Glad to see you're okay. I guess you've just been busy. But when somebody's in the comment section about every day, and then all of a sudden you don't hear from them, you think, oh no, did something happen? Where'd they go? So glad you're back. Chase Sowell is going from Iowa State to Penn State. Trail Harris was at Vanderbilt. He's going to Oklahoma. Marquez Johnson goes from Missouri to Mississippi State. LaWayne McCoy goes from Florida State to Louisville. Hey there, Tammy. Glad to have you here. And Tammy, I think it's your first time here on the channel. If it is, for whatever reason, made you stop by the channel tonight, thank you very much. Feel free to give the video a like, a thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Share the video on all social media platforms and tell your friends, tell your family about the channel. Cooper Barcata goes from Duke to Miami. Vandravius Jacobs goes from South Carolina to Miami. Parker Livingstone goes from Texas to their bitter rivals in Norman, Oklahoma with the Oklahoma Sooners. And Yannick Smith goes from East Carolina to SMU. Now, most of the players on this list are leaving one school, and the school they're going to happens to be more successful than the school they're at. Now that's not the case in every one of these. Like you look at Quayshawn Brown, he's going from Duke to Virginia Tech. You know, the last couple of years, Duke's been the better team, but you look at history, and we know that it's obviously Virginia Tech, and more than likely now that they finally have a good coach in James Franklin, in another year or two, the Hokies will again have more success than Duke. But for the most part, most of the guys on this list are leaving one school to go to another school that has more success to give them a better chance at winning. But any thoughts on any of this, please feel free to let me know. I always appreciate all the comments I get during the video. So thanks again to everybody who commented tonight in the chat. I always appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for being here. I post videos just about every single day. We do college football, the NFL, NASCAR, wrestling, basketball, baseball, and then top 10 countdowns that sometimes aren't about sports or wrestling in any kind of way. I always take requests for top 10 countdowns as well. So if you have one or know someone that does, please feel free to let me know. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. The two best things about the good old days: we were good and we weren't old. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3.